Well, not to be outdone by the BBC, we called Immaculate Heart High School ourselves, and we spoke to their chair of theology, no less. Decades at the school, Christine Knudson.
Well, we're very proud of all of our alums. I've been at Immaculate Heart High School for 30 years, and we've seen a lot of young women come through our doors, and we're always happy when one of them does well or reaches some sort of accomplishment, but we've never had anyone marry a prince before, so this is kind of unusual.
No.
Since it's a world story, suddenly there has been world focus on Immaculate Heart, which is a little hectic, but also rather fun.
Yes, I've been looking, and you've had CNN there, Reuters, NBC, ABC, CBS, everyone's been popping in. What do the girls make of it all?
Well, in the beginning, it was rather overwhelming. We just decided to let the media come. After all, our school is in Hollywood, and they came, and we told the girls, if you want to talk to the media, then, you know, be polite, and if you don't, just walk away from the cameras. And but now that it's been several months, they're kind of used to it, so it's not that big of a deal anymore.
What do you remember of? Can you tell me, Christine, because you will know better than anyone, do you say Meghan or Megan?
Megan.
And what do you remember of Meghan?
I remember her first when she was in the 8th grade, and she was in every musical and play that Immaculate Heart had. We had 2 a year, and so I didn't teach her until she was a senior. And so even when she was in middle school and she was in the plays and musicals, I knew who she was. And she was wonderful. She could play any character. She just had you've heard maybe people say the Markle sparkle. And she was just immensely talented. We knew she wanted to be an actress, and we thought she just might make it simply because she was so good.
And also driven, and that's an important message, because there's two messages here. One, that she is becoming a princess, but you need modernity for girls too, don't you? And she was profoundly successful. Suits is big television business, and she had a central role on it, and she got there because she worked at her craft and she was great at it.
Yes, she was, besides being talented, as an actress, she was incredibly bright, articulate, poised. I checked the transcripts in the school office because since I taught Meghan 19 years ago, I didn't remember what grade I gave her. I figured I gave her an A, but I checked, and certainly she got an A in my class. So she was just, you're right, she worked hard, and she just shone at pretty much everything she attempted.
And that's a good message, isn't it? What do they dream of, the young American women you are teaching there almost 2 decades into the 21st century?
Well, we encourage them to dream big dreams. We encourage them to find their voices. We have a line in our school philosophy which all of the students know, and it's that we hope when a student graduates from Immaculate Heart, she'll be a young woman of great heart and right conscience. And so we tell them, be successful, go out there and do your thing, but remember to give back. And I have shown Meghan's UN speech in my senior women's studies classes long before she was dating Prince Harry, because it's an example of someone very successful in her career, and yet she's still using her voice for those who have no voice, speaking about women's issues and going out and campaigning in Africa for people who need fresh water with World Vision Foundation. And so we were very happy to see that Meghan wasn't just becoming a star, but she was using her voice to help bring change to the world.
Christine Knudson, Chair of Theology at Meghan Markle's old school, Immaculate Heart High School in LA.